Hey friends, welcome to a new video, a bonus video, a highly requested video that's actually going to have some useful information and hopefully a new product to use. So one of the questions that we get asked the most on the channel is about the way we display and what do we use in our displays, and I think that's probably the biggest question for most collectors is, I've accumulated all this stuff. Now, what do I do with it? Some people just lock it away in a closet. Some people lock it away in tubs. But a lot of you try to display in some form or fashion, whether it's your in-box display, whether it's your out-of-box display. You try to display. We're out-of-box collectors with 90%. What's up, buddy? There's Rufus. And we try to display our stuff. And we try to make it look cool and unique. And we change it up quite a bit. But one of the biggest challenges is, how do you display it? How do you make this stuff work? And let me take you through some of the different display options that we have used over the years, and we still have just in this room alone. And one of the biggest challenges is using all the vertical space that your shelf may have, because we all have limited square footage, and often the vertical space isn't used. So let's go through a few display options that I think you all recognize. So most of you probably have something that looks like that. Those are my newer G.I. Joe classified. I have no good place for them. They're just standing in a line, no elevation, no anything. They're there. My older G.I. Joes do have this diorama, the kind of space wall diorama by Ubiquitous. That throne is a diorama made by Greg Cook, diorama piece. But even there, they're just still standing in a line. So this is not a super great display. The diorama looks cool. That's probably going to be the home of the Cosmic Legions at some point this year, but you can't see the things in the back. They're just not in a great way. And even the 6 scale stuff that we have here is also just kind of standing. And so you try to tier them, do it like chorus style, where they're in the windows, and you do the best you can do. So that's the first way, the initial way I tried to display. Let me show you the next step. So if you look here at the Super 7 turtles, you see these white risers. These are actually for the pantry. They're for like spices or cans of soup. You can get them in a couple different widths. I have some wider ones downstairs. But that was the next evolution, is using risers, because in a detolf, especially if you're using 1/12 scale, you get all this vertical space that's empty. So using risers allows you to create some room, and you can see all the figures better. Then you can elevate that. This is a riser made by Would You Kindly Studios. And you see this is made for detolf. It's got some wood, it's got some stone, it's got some grass. It's pretty nice. It's actually very nice. And so you see how much better those turtles look than like if you go here, which these guys are set up just like the G.I. Joe. They're just all kind of standing there because I don't have any risers or stands for them. So you see the riser certainly takes it to another level. You come over here to the Legions. These are risers that the girls made rather than continuing to buy. Even though some of the people we buy from make excellent product, we want to see if we can make them ourselves. So you see here, but even that, the ones in the back, they're kind of hard. You have to arrange it in certain ways so the bigger guys are in the back so they're not blocking. But the risers in a detolf certainly add a level of depth. You use more of that vertical space, and you're not wasting any of your display area. Now we go here. In recent times, you see back there Piccolo is on like a clear acrylic stand. You see that Goku setup, a Piccolo is there. I've been using some of those. See up here, a lot of the Majins are up there on clear acrylic stands because it elevates them, but it still leaves you the space there where if you don't have enough risers, you can still get that effect, or if you're using it in a smaller space. And then the next level is a riser that is a full diorama. This is from Carvar Customs. So it has the riser elements. This is like a Planet Namek, but it also is a diorama with the rocks and stuff. But the difficulty with that is the more little elements you add, the less space that you have. And then, of course, you can use all sorts of stands. I mean, that's the Shinron stand that comes with it. We've tried every manner of display stand. And then you go to like what Natalie does, where she actually uses her Figuarts boxes as elevation so that she can use that vertical space up there. And then here she's also got clear risers for those Q poskets that are similar, like pantry spices risers, but they're clear. so they don't distract from the visual of the collection, whereas these you can just very clearly see that they are risers in place. So lots of different ways that we do it. There you see some more of the carve art dioramas that add depth to display, add some visual impact, but still we have plenty of displays that are just standing there because it can get costly. Even if you're making risers yourself, it can get costly. So this is a thing that we often are rearranging and trying to figure out what is the best way to display our collection. And I think we have something that may help each of you this week. So one of the issues with all of those options is you kind of still static, like one stair, one stair, one stair. Maybe if you use those acrylic stands, you can get some dynamic height, but it's hard and it takes up a lot of space. So the good folks at Elevate Figure Display, let me get this package. Elevate Figure Displays, and I'll put all their information. Hopefully I just showed their Instagram. Elevate Figure Displays, they reached out, they watched the channel. Thank you for watching, by the way. And they commented recently on one of my videos talking about displaying and having fun with your display. And they said, hey, we've got some stuff. We'd like to send you some product that we sell that may help with your display, something you may be interested in. And I decided, well, if they're going to send some stuff, this is not a sponsor. They sent it to me for free, but they didn't pay or anything. We'll open it together and we'll see if it will help elevate our figure display. And it may be a product that you would want. So let's unbox this thing and see what Elevate Figure Display is all about. So the website is www.elevatefiguredisplays.com. It is definitely in the description below. If I could put it in the description to the right or left or above, I would, but below is where the description is. Again, I've not used this product, but I've used so many answers. So they have a bunch of different things. I've researched, looked on their website, looked on their Instagram. They have a lot of good posts. So they have, it's a geometrical design. I think it's I don't know what it is, a hexagon maybe. And that way you're not wasting space, because a lot of times like squares and rectangles waste space, and so they can interlock with each other. They have a little ridge so your figures don't fall over. You can get them with a little foot slide. It's not a peg, it's a place where the foot slides in. You can get them with an action arm, so make it like a flight stand. You can have them at all sorts of different elevations. I saw recently they even have one where you can open up your Black Series figure, but if you like your Black Series box, maybe it's for the windowless boxes, you can slide the box in and have the figure on display inside the bottom of your Black Series box. Maybe it's just with the windows, I'm not sure. Which I think is cool for people that like the box and the artwork but want to have their figure loose. It's a cool way to display as well, especially for those kind of odd shaped Hasbro boxes for Black Series. I don't know what they sent me. It's a decent little size box for things like that. So I think it's just probably a grab bag or like a starter kit or something like that. But they have a lot of options, and I should have just been showing you some stuff from their website right there. Seem to be competitively priced. I use Kaiser doll stands quite a bit, especially for like 306 scale that don't come with any stand. And you can sometimes pay $2 or $3 for Kaiser doll stands. They're little, either black or white. I don't think there may be a gray color, and it's just a kind of metallic base with like a prong arm, a waist grabber. If you ever watch Talker Art, he uses those extensively in all his figures. So those can get expensive. And so I only tend to buy those for the 6 scale stuff that doesn't come with a stand, but I have to use them on certain, like the Mirage TMNT, things that you want to protect, that you have on display, but you still want to protect. So this could be a solution, I'm not sure. It's got a little a note, dear valued customer. Let's see. Dear valued customer, thank you for choosing to shop with us. It is greatly appreciated. As a small-owned business, I like to support small businesses. We strive to provide the best products and services possible, and we hope that our products have met your expectations. Your support makes it possible for us to elevate customers' displays and continue to spread joy in collecting Kimmery. It has their contact information. I like that. Nice little note there. Because it's and then they have your pack and slip on the inside. So I like companies that are small business owned. You've heard me talk about with some of the toy stores, trying to get back into some of the small business owned. Let me just get this out and we'll continue. So really cool presentation. Comes with tissue paper. It's got their business card. Elevate figure display. I ripped a little bit of tissue paper. That's okay. It's got a QR code. I'm going to show you that also. So you could scan that QR code if you'd like to. It has their socials there. I should have ran their Instagram, but their website, which is in the description below. Find everything you need. So let's see what we have in our gift from Elevate Figure Displays. Oh, look at that even. We've even got a discount. Oh, it was on there. 10% off. In the future dub here. Editing dub. Talking to past dub. Actually talking more for the fine folks at Elevate Figure Display. Promo code 10% off Big Dub. I was about to say in this to use the promo code that's on the card, which is Display 10, which you're certainly welcome to use. And it will also save you 10% off. But if you use promo code Big Dub and you click the link in the description, which is an affiliate link, which has Big Dub tied to it, then they know that you watch this video and that you're ordering based on us, which helps the channel. You don't have to do that, but you'll see that I think this product is really nice, and so you might as well save yourself 10% off. I looked as I was doing this, and I found their mission, our store. It's time to celebrate your collection. No more cheap acrylic risers, cardboard, wood, soda cans, and random assortments of materials. That is what I just showed you in a random assortment of materials. So promo code Big Dub, using the link in the description below, save yourself 10% on if you want any of these products. So let's hand it back off to Past Dub so he can show you why you should order this stuff if you're interested. So there's a lot of stuff here. Let's see what all we've got. We've got a variety of the different size hexagon things and then like kits. So these are modular, I'm assuming. And I don't know. Oh, that's a foot peg one. Let's just rip them out. Let's see what we're working with. See what we're working with here. So this is an already assembled 3-tier display. So you see 3 different sizes. That's very nice. It's got a little etching on the bottom, Elevate Figure Displays. That's really nice. I like that. And you see that's a pretty small footprint. We're going to test it out. And I think there's 2 of those is what it looks like. 2 of these. So on those, which actually could probably go on one of the risers that we have, and you get even better uses. Yeah, so these are the same. So it's a 3-tier riser. And then we've got, let's see what's in here. All very nicely packaged with their own custom stickers, protected. So this looks like a stand, and then it has a foot peg. Rufus is going to bark at the dogs. Don't bark at those bad dogs. You're a good dog. I know. You hear him whine. I want to go bark and be a bad dog, but I'm a good dog. I'm a good dog. I'm a good dog. So you see the modularity. This is a single one. You see the little ridge there that helps to keep things from sliding. And then you add these on, which are got a foot peg. I'm going to say a foot peg. It's not a peg. Let me demonstrate with the scissors. You slide the foot in. You slide it in. And it helps hold, that should fit most feet. We'll test that out too. So you can get add-ons, because it is kind of a modular system. And then let's see what we have in here. So some more of the add-ons. So this is the same thing like we just looked at. It's a little add-on plate, which, by the way, you could also just use this probably. Now, it wouldn't have the ridge to keep it from sliding, but you could just use that as a figure stand for your figures that are falling over frequently if you need to. So this one is a flight stand. So it is the same modular mechanism. Got stuff everywhere. Modular mechanism. You see, it can, let me just use the same little one. It can just go right in, right? But then it has a hole for your flight stand, for your flight arm. So if you want a dynamic, and it comes with the arm and a crotch grabber. That's nice. I think I probably showed on the crawl of all the things they had how much those are. I don't think those are that expensive. I've tried endless flight stands. Where this is good is for a company like Mezco that gives you wonderful flight stands, but they're big. Those big circles. I used to have all those displayed. I mean, if I had had these 5 years ago when I collected Mezco, I could have had double the Mezco on a shelf easily. Much smaller footprint. This is probably smaller than a Mayfix stand or a figure art stand. We'll look at that when we go upstairs. Certainly smaller than a Sentinel stand. And there's 2 more packs. I think these are all going to be, yeah, they're all foot pegs, so that way I can have a foot peg in each one, which is nice. Yeah, so 6 more foot peg stands. So I guess the intent of what you would do is you take one of these, if you got one of these, and then you put whatever, like if you want the foot peg in it, but then maybe at the top, you want it to have the flight arm. That's a lot more complex and nicer than just a standard riser, and you can do a lot of dynamic stuff. So they sent me another of those. So we've got 7 total stands, 6 of the foot pegs, and then 1 flight stand. So I could probably actually display 8 figures in some sort of mechanism with this, I believe, with what they sent me. So I want to thank Elevate Figure Displays for sending me this. But this is not the end of the video, because we're going to go pick a shelf and we're going to try to elevate it with this kit. Before we pick a shelf, you can just see it's going to be hard, I guess. I should probably open. This is a Sentinel stand. And this is way smaller a footprint than that one. Definitely. Do I have a figure art stand? I've got to open that one. There you can see how much smaller it is in a figure art stand. And you see it fits on a riser. I just kind of placed it down there, but there's certainly room for it to fit on a riser. So you could add these to risers as well. So I think we're going to go for this, because this is a complicated display, because it has a big body figure, but it has this table set, which certainly is going to be a challenge to do anything with flight stands, but has all these other folks, and they're just taking up space that I think we can make it better. You know, these have other pieces to them. I'm already using stands. I have no stands in this whatsoever. So I just want to see what taking this kit and applying it to this shelf, what it will look like. So we'll go to the next clip and see how it turned out. And there is the update. So I took the 3 tiers and put them in the back corner. Still kind of a complicated one, because I wanted to have that aura effect for the Kaioken Goku and the table. But you can actually see everything a lot better. Plus, this shelf fell over so many times and would knock all these things down and be a big pain in the butt. I feel a lot more confident that all those figures are secure. I have too many figures on the shelf to begin with, but that's just because this is kind of the beginning of Dragon Ball Superhero, some of my favorite characters from that. So I think it turned out well. And I tell you what, it's really easy to use, those modular things, the foot pegs. Let me see if I can zoom in there on Goku's foot. Just slides right in pretty easily. And, you know, I think that definitely did elevate my figure display. I like how you can see the different forms of Goku and Vegeta, kind of in the corners, kind of framing the scene of the dinner. You've got the Golden Frieza framing on each side. I've got that one more in an action shot. I think it turned out really good, and I'm certainly pleased and would recommend this product. So I like it. I like the product. I'm going to put a before and after right here, so you can see the top is before, the second is after. And that was me just trying to make it work for a video. I think with more thought and angular, especially a place that doesn't have, like, it's got a table, it's got an effect, it's got a big figure. Usually those would just wreck any display. So able to make it work is nice. I especially think they'd be great with the G.I. Joe Classified. I do really think that. So I'm thinking about getting a bunch to try to improve that Classified display. So certainly recommend Elevate Figure Displays. Promo code BigDub. Link is in the description. It's an affiliate link that has my name tied to it and such. And it helps the channel if you use it. If you don't use it, fine. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate them sending it with no expectation of anything. They just sent it to me. But I went ahead and, got a code for you all and put it to use. They're high quality. They feel good and sturdy. I think I read the mission statement. A lot of the stuff we use, even if you make your own dioramas, it's out of foam and it's hard for sometimes the things to stand. So even if you still want to use like dioramas or risers, you could use this to give some sturdiness. to the figure. So save yourself 10% off if you're interested. I appreciate those folks, and I think they're good. And again, working on your displays is fun. It's playing with your toys. I enjoyed, that's actually the first time I've taken all those out of that shelf in a long time, because it frustrates me. Figures would always fall over. They knock over all the plates and the bottles and the food they're eating. And sometimes I just leave it for like a month because I didn't feel like dealing with it. Now I feel a lot more confident that that's not going to happen, which is the big thing in displaying. You want to be able to see it, you want it to look nice, but you also want to make sure it stays where it's supposed to be, because we all hate the figure dominoes. It knocks everything over. So thanks to those folks, Elevate Figure Displays, and a bonus episode, Friday episode. Hope you're enjoying. We still got more Pop and Swap. We still got Monday Motivation and Life of the Dubs coming at you. We'll talk to you soon, probably on Sunday. Until then, Rufus, what should they do? Well, he's knocked out. Squeeze it.